The Clash of the Champions is on the air. Hello everyone and welcome to North Charleston, South Carolina. Sold out house here tonight. I'm Josh. I'll be with you for the next 1 hour and 30 minutes of great wrestling action. And we are crowning our fifth and final champion here tonight. Arn Anderson and gorgeous Jimmy Garvin will wrestle for the World TV title, the vacant title. But before that, U.S. Tag Team titles on the line. Baron von Raschke and Ivan Koloff challenging the champions Sam Houston and Ron Simmons. Number 1 Paul Jones following his men to the ring. Quite a rivalry has developed between these four men in recent weeks. Ivan Koloff holds singles wins against Ron Simmons and Sam Houston. Baron von Raschke also defeated Ron Simmons in singles action. And Baron holds a victory over Sam Houston. So they are the challengers, but they come in as the favorites here to dethrone the champions. This is their first title defense as well. Could very well be their last. Paul Jones's Army hoping to collect gold here tonight. And they hope to retain the U.S. title later as the champion, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, takes on the Total Package Lex Luger, the number 1 contender. So this is our first of 5 title matches. As I said, all 5 championships will be filled here tonight, with the last being that TV title has been vacant. We will crown our first TV champion. Will it be Arn Anderson or will it be gorgeous Jimmy Garvin? Ron Simmons, Sam Houston making their way to the ring. Tremendous ovation for the challengers. Also a double main event for you here tonight. The world champion Nature Boy Ric Flair takes on the number 1 contender, the boss Magnum TA. And inside a steel cage, the Powers of Pain taking on the Road Warriors. So much great action here tonight. And fans, earlier in the week, Dusty Rhodes requested that his match with Tully Blanchard tonight be a first blood match, and the championship committee has granted that request. So we have 2 first blood matches for you this evening. One is a traditional first blood match that is between Ron Garvin and Barry Windham. Let's go down to our ring announcer. I'll fill you in on the details in a moment.
WCW United States Tag Team, the Russian Gladiator, Irwin, Koloff, Baron, on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 579 pounds, the Russian Gladiator, Irwin, Koloff, and Baron. The Russian Gladiator, Irwin, Koloff, Baron, and their opponents. At a combined weight of 496 pounds, they are the United States Champions, the All-American Ron Simmons, and Sam Houston.
What an ovation for the champions. As I was saying, Barry Windham, Ron Garvin will be involved in that first blood match with traditional rules, meaning that there are rules to it. Countouts will count. Disqualification will count for using a foreign object. However, the match between Dusty Rhodes and Tully Blanchard is a first blood lights out match. Anything goes in that one. What a match that's going to be. Collar and elbow tie-up between Ivan Koloff and Ron Simmons. Simmons backs the Russian Bear into the corner. Will we get a clean break here? Referee Bill Scott separating the men, and no we don't. Ivan Koloff slapped him right on the cheek. They lock up again. Strong wrist lock here by the Russian Bear, trying to force Simmons down. He does, to one knee. Nice arm bar. Good reversal by Simmons, driving Koloff to the mat. This is Clash of the Champions 2, Spring Stampede. As we close out the month of May, we will look forward to Clash of the Champions 3 in June. Bash at the Beach, we're calling that one. And then in July, the Great American Bash Tour kicks off with great action throughout the month of July. Good double team here by the challengers, taking down Ron Simmons. And of course, the big pay-per-view event will be the Great American Bash, coming, I believe, on July 5th. Luthez press here by Simmons. Right hands coming down on Baron von Raschke. And the champion is now looking strong. Strong strike there by Ron Simmons. Whips him into the ropes. Good flying shoulder tackle. Took down the Claw Master. Simmons just standing on the hand. Is that the claw hand that Raschke uses? Ivan Koloff coming in. Simmons ready for him. Big Ron picks him up. Slams him down on the arm. He folded the arm, bent it behind his back, and then slammed him down on it. Beautiful move there by the All-American. Ivan Koloff just pulled Sam Houston off the apron. And Simmons, meanwhile, raking the eyes of Raschke across that top rope. Meanwhile, Ivan Koloff rams the back of Houston into that steel railing. A cover by Simmons on Baron von Raschke, but Raschke kicks out easily. Simmons now bending the head, twisting the neck. Really wearing down Baron von Raschke. Koloff trying to come in. Referee Bill Scott orders him out of the ring. Also tonight, the Rock and Roll Express will challenge the Midnight Express for the World Tag Team titles. Ivan Koloff trying to break up the move. I'm not sure what help he was there. Baron was able to get out on his own accord. Big slam there by Raschke. And Paul Jones threw a chair into the ring. Baron has the chair. Bill Scott, the referee, trying to wrest it away from him, and he does. Tag made to Sam Houston. Koloff tagged in. Houston charges in. I think Houston hurt his knee. He tried to apply a lower knee to the midsection of Ivan Koloff, but Koloff raised the knee. Caught Sam Houston coming in. Trips him up. Picks him up. Into the corner goes Ivan, charging in. Thunderous clothesline. And another chair has been thrown in the ring. Or is that the same one from earlier? I thought referee Bill Scott got rid of that thing. Thought Houston was going for the cover, but no, he's locking the arm and traps the leg, trying to force Koloff to submit. Koloff trying to fight free. Able to escape. Good takedown by the Russian Bear. And now Bill Scott busy throwing chairs out of the ring. Front face lock by the Russian Bear. Into a sleeper. Wraps the legs around the waist of Houston. He's got him trapped. Bill Scott checking in. Houston tosses him over. Good escape there by Houston. He needs to make the tag. And he will tag out to the fresh man, Ron Simmons. Koloff will do the same, tagging in the Claw Master. Baron von Raschke, right hand there by Raschke. Raschke has him up. Going for the powerbomb. Full extension here. Slams him down. And a cover by Raschke. A one count only. Baron just hip tossed Sam Houston into the ring. Now putting the boots to the youngster. He floored Simmons with that clothesline. Now follows him out to the floor. Raschke putting the boots to Ron Simmons. Simmons and Raschke are the legal men. Throws him into that barricade. Right hands. Here comes Sam Houston over. He is worried about his partner. Bill Scott ordered him not to get involved here, but Raschke's going to get him involved by pulling him off the apron. Went for the drop kick. Nobody home. Simmons moved out of the way. Simmons fighting back now. Here comes Koloff over from behind. Look out, Ron! Simmons avoided him. Good backdrop there by Raschke. And Koloff inadvertently hit his partner. Apologized to him afterwards. They are double teaming Ron Simmons. Sam Houston needs to get involved here. Koloff with a Russian leg sweep on the floor. Now stomping away on Ron Simmons. The count has reached 9. They got to get back in the ring. Koloff. He's not the legal man Raschke was. Both men have been counted out. Double count out. Disappointing finish to that U.S. Tag Team title match. And I'm sure things not settled between Baron von Raschke, Ivan Koloff, and the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Look at Sting! Sting is coming out with gorgeous Jimmy Garvin!
fall.
This is for the
It's
TV
for
title.
the WCW World Television Championship. Making his way to the ring, Precious and Sting. From Bad
Precious and Sting accompanying
Atlanta,
gorgeous
Georgia,
Jimmy Garvin to the
weighing
ring.
in at 235 pounds, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
Sting making sure that Garvin gets a fair shake at this TV title as he takes on the enforcer, Arn Anderson. They've been known to come in packs. The Four Horsemen I'm talking about. Anderson not likely to come to the ring alone, but he is just coming with J.J. Dillon, surprisingly.
And his opponent, accompanied by J.J. Dublin. And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 225 pounds, the enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Sting and Arn with no love lost for each other. What a feud that's been between Sting and Anderson. Sting holds a victory over Anderson. Anderson holds a victory over Sting. They are deadlocked at 1-1. And Sting is definitely going to be getting into the head of Anderson here this evening with his presence at ringside. Could it cost Anderson the TV title here tonight? Sting is not on the card here this evening, but he made sure to make the trip. He is in the corner of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin this evening, along with Precious. Here, take a look at that beautiful World Television Championship. After tonight, it'll be vacant no more. One of these two men will walk away with the title. Referee Bill Scott holds it high. Referee calls for the bell. Garvin wasting no time. Scoop slam. He slammed him down. And now a leaping knee across the throat of Garvin. This marks the first time that Garvin and Anderson have faced off here in World Championship Wrestling. Anderson comes in with an impressive record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin's 3 wins and 2 losses. Picks him up, slams him down. Great move there by Garvin. Precious and Sting fired up. They want to see Garvin walk away with that TV title. James J. Dillon hoping that Anderson brings it into the Horseman camp. They already hold the world title, but that could change tonight as Magnum TA will challenge Ric Flair for that World Heavyweight Championship. Sting coming over. Here comes Garvin out. Right hand there by Anderson. Anderson took a swing a left at the Stinger. Vicious chop there and a great clothesline. Anderson is a southpaw. Much stronger with a left hand. Again, having words with Sting. Full Nelson into a slam. Great move. Anderson slams Garvin down. Ron Simmons and Sam Houston have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw now. Raschke and Koloff with just 1 draw, no wins or losses. Great move there by Anderson, and a big right hand takes down Garvin. Anderson really favoring the right hand here this evening. Perhaps something is wrong with that left. Anderson with a reverse suplex. Double A has him up. Going for the airplane spin, perhaps no, a suplex instead, and a cover. Hooks the leg. 1. A 1 count only. Garvin kicked out. Now Precious up on the apron, shouting at Anderson. Anderson from behind. Face first goes Arn into the mat. Give the assist to Precious there. Turns him over. Cover. 1. A 1 count only. Garvin neglected to hook the leg. Went for the right hand. Anderson with a good strike. Anderson might be going for the DDT here. No, instead the neck breaker. Setting him up for that DDT perhaps. What's Precious doing? Just slid a chair into the bottom rope and into the ring. Garvin with a forearm. Really rocked Anderson. Has him up, slams him down. And I think Anderson's The back of his head bounced off that leg of that chair. Stomps the arm. He hit the left arm there of Arn Anderson. Perhaps Garvin sensing something wrong with that left hand. Now Garvin going for the camel clutch, trying to force the enforcer to submit. Referee Bill Scott checking in. Precious sensing victory here, but Anderson able to trip him up and escape the hold. Anderson might have been going for that chair. Good left. Great move there by Double A. Now just pounding away. Slams him face first into the mat. Now claws the eyes. Anderson from behind. The full Nelson. Into a choke slam. Great move there by the enforcer. Arm with a suplex. Garvin was lucky he did not hit that steel chair. We've seen chairs in the ring in the first two matches. Russian leg sweep, and Bill Scott again, the chair collector. Anderson going for the Boston Crab, turns him over, middle of the ring. Garvin nowhere to go. He might have to submit right here. But no, using the strength in the legs, the power free. Great blow there by Garvin. And Tully Blanchard, I'm told, is beside himself in the dressing room area. He was big left there by Anderson. He is kicking lockers, slamming doors. Furious that that match has been turned into a first blood match. Swinging neckbreaker there by Garvin. His match against the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, a first blood match with no rules. Drives the fist between the eyes. Garvin fighting back now. Good chin lock. This is for the World Television title if you've just joined us. Anderson getting to his feet. Drives the elbow to the midsection. And again. Anderson with a left and another. Garvin reeling against the ropes. Scoops him up. Drops him throat first over that top rope. Again, Precious getting involved. Up in the face of the enforcer. Arn yelling at her to stay out of this. Now Anderson shouting at Sting. Garvin in trouble. Spine buster right in front of Precious. Got the man pinned. 1. Precious coming over 2. Tried to help and could not. Precious didn't get there in time. Anderson just won the TV title. Precious tried to pull Garvin out of the ring or pull the referee, but she missed. And now Arn Anderson has just won the World Television Championship, another title for the Four Horsemen. Fans stunned. They wanted Garvin to win this one. There you see that spine buster. Watch Precious now. She comes over. I think she tried to pull Garvin's arm off the mat. Yeah, that's what she tried to do. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner and new WCW World Television Champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Anderson hit Garvin with that spine buster, and that's all she wrote. Take a look at your World Television Champion. Love him or hate him, he is Arn Anderson, the best on TV today. The Clash of the Champions continues now.
The following contest is a first blood match. The winner will be the first superstar to make his opponent bleed. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 241 pounds, Tully Blanchard.
No one coming out with Tully Blanchard. Very surprising. This is an anything goes match. Will the Horsemen get involved in this one? A first blood match with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. This is Tully's first blood match here in World Championship Wrestling. Dusty Rhodes is 1-0 in these type of matches. He defeated Baron von Raschke in a first blood match at Clash of the Champions 1 a month ago, over a month ago. The American Dream making his way to the ring. Blanchard is 1-3 so far here in World Championship Wrestling. It's been a slow start for him. Dusty Rhodes, 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw.
And his opponent from Austin, Texas, Weighing in at 270 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
This marks the first time that Rhodes and Tully have faced off in singles competition. Anything goes in this one. Sit back. Enjoy it. They can use chairs, baseball bats, sledgehammers, whatever they can find to make their opponent bleed. Could be a very quick matchup. Whoever gets the early advantage will be favored in this one. Rhodes with the obvious size advantage. I think the scientific wrestling skills favor Tully Blanchard. The speed and agility definitely do. And referee Bill Scott calls for the bell. First blood match here. Tully Blanchard attacked Dusty Rhodes weeks ago, and that led to this match here. Airplane spin here by Rhodes, slams down Tully, and that is not where Tully wants to be on the mat. Rhodes with the elbow right between Blanchard's eyes. And now Rhodes trying to bust open that forehead early with those powerful rights. Rhodes shaking and baking. They love him here in North Charleston, South Carolina, the home of Clash of the Champions 2, Spring Stampede. Slams him to the mat. We'll be back again next Saturday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Back in Atlanta, Georgia. Tully, smart move here, going out to the floor. But Rhodes ready for him, just jabbing away. The camera's taking you right in there. High knee lift by Rhodes. Takes down Tully. And Dusty smacks the elbow. Might be going for the elbow right here. That bionic elbow could bust him open. But Tully captures him. Throws him to the mat. No count out in this one. No disqualification. And Tully just threw Rhodes hard into that steel railing. You hear that hollow smacking sound as Rhodes hit that railing. And they're fighting their way up the rampway. Throws him into the steel. The Horsemen want to take out Dusty Rhodes. He is a serious threat to both the world title currently held by Ric Flair and also to that TV title held by Arn Anderson. A title he just won moments ago. The Horsemen want to dominate here in World Championship Wrestling, monopolize every title, and Rhodes just raining down insults into the face of Blanchard. And Blanchard thought his head was busted open right there. You saw him wipe the forehead and then raise the hands in front of the eyes to check for blood. There was none. Rhodes now claps the ears, jabbing away, using him as a punching bag. But Blanchard fights back now. Drives him down. Captures the arm. Snaps it down. Blanchard sends Rhodes hard into that steel. Fans, our last match tonight will be that steel cage match, since we have to set the cage up at the close of the show. A double main event. First, World Champion Ric Flair taking on the #1 contender Magnum TA, followed by that steel cage match between the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord, and the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Managers Bart from ringside for that one. Now Blanchard, he's got a sledgehammer. Rhodes, lucky to knock it out of his hands. High knee left there by Rhodes. Will Rhodes go for that foreign object? It is legal in here in this first blood match. Rhodes sticking to the rules so far. Rhodes wants to earn this the honorable way without the use of foreign objects. Blanchard, on the other hand, doesn't care. Drives the elbow to the breadbasket. Good block there by Rhodes. Runs him over with that shoulder tackle. Rhodes, as I mentioned, 1-0 in first blood matches. Can he improve to 2-0, or will he suffer his first loss here tonight? What a feud that was between Baron von Raschke and Dusty Rhodes in April. Solid rights. Knocking the wind out of Rhodes. Straight right hand. He dropped him. And now Tully with an elbow drop. Tully drags Rhodes. Now choking away on the American Dream. Again drives the elbow home. Tully going to the middle rope. Big splash down on Rhodes. And things going Blanchard's way right now. Good left and another. Just taunting the American Dream. And another right hand drops him. Tully picks him up. Front face lock. Elbow to the top of the head. Tully trying to bust open that forehead. The first man to bleed will lose. Tully going for the pile driver. This might be all. He drilled him. Referee needs to check. And no, Rhodes is not busted open. But Blanchard might be trying to change that here. He's got the sledgehammer. He's got the sledgehammer right to the face. Now, to the arm, it looked like maybe the hand. He is working over the American Dream with that sledgehammer. Right to the knee. Trying to break the man's knee. Trying to shatter the kneecap. Forearm shot there by Tully. And Rhodes is hurt. Rhodes is hurt bad, but still not bleeding somehow. His chest, though, beat red. Tully going for the slingshot suplex. Has him up. Look at the strength of Blanchard. He hit him with that slingshot suplex, but pinfalls don't count in this one. And Rhodes trips him up. Rhodes fighting back. Dusty sizing up Blanchard. Good block there by Tully. I think Dusty was going for that bionic elbow, and Tully knew it. He raised the arm to block it. Good heads-up move by Blanchard, and again, using that sledgehammer. To the back of the head. Trying to knock the man out. If you can knock the man out, you can just bust him open. What's Tully doing here? Sledgehammer not good enough, it would seem. He's got a baseball bat. Tully just found a baseball bat. Where did that come from? I don't think South Carolina even has a professional baseball team. Bill Scott is checking on Rhodes. He is worried about the health of Dusty Rhodes. He might have to stop this match despite not having blood flowing. Dusty in trouble. Still not lacerated. Good backdrop suplex there by Blanchard. Trips him up. And Tully again. He's got a steel chair this time. Rhodes trying to knock it out of his hands, but can't. He's going to DDT him on it. He DDT'd him on that steel chair, but still, Dusty Rhodes not bleeding. Rhodes is superhuman. He is taking a beating here this evening, but the blood still not flowing. Tully again with a chair. This has got to do it here. Tully was measuring him there. Now just walloping him with that chair. Anything goes in this one. First blood match. Rhodes still not bleeding. Tully can't believe it. What an elbow to the top of the head. Went for the chop. Nobody home. But that forearm rocked him. Dusty dumped him up and over the top rope. And Dusty fighting back. He's going out to the floor. A right hand onto Blanchard. What a fight here between Tully and Dusty. The American Dream. Tully fighting back. I think the Dream was going to drive him face first into those steel steps. Tully throws him into the railing. Now into the steel, shoulder first. Bill Scott needs to get out there and look to see if Rhodes is bleeding. Throws him into the steel steps again. Tully just working him over. And again, a third time. Dusty's going to need medical attention after this one. Threw him up and over the railing, and he is among our fans. Dusty climbs back over. Tully grabs him, Russian leg sweep on that hard floor. Tully He's got those steel steps. This is going to do it for sure. He just took those steel steps into the rib cage of Rhodes, trying to break his ribs. What a brutal match here. And this has backfired on Rhodes. Rhodes asked for this first blood match. Anything goes. And now Rhodes fighting back. But in the last 5 minutes, it's been all Blanchard. But Rhodes now fighting back. Throws him back in the ring. Follows him in. Rhodes picks him up. Good block there by Tully. Has him in the corner. Puts him up on that top rope. Rhodes' chest is beat red. His forehead also red, but not bloody. Superplex. He superplexed him back into the ring. Pinfall submissions don't count in this one. You've got to make your opponent bleed. Drives a knee to the back of the head. And again. Tully trying to bust him open. Tully picks him up. What a right hand. Has him up again. That backdrop suplex. But Rhodes trips him up. And Tully is thrown out on the floor. Rhodes is fired up here in North Charleston. He's got the sledgehammer. Look out, Tully. He hit him dangerously low. But anything goes in this one. Might have been in the belly button. Maybe lower. Right hand there by Dusty. He took down Tully. What a brutal match here. Blanchard chopping the top of his head. Now just strangling Rhodes. Drives the elbow to the lower back. He's got that chair again. Right to the lower back. Right on the knee. And a third time. That was some payback there, I think. That hit him dangerously low. And again. Tully trying to pick him up. Rhodes fighting back. Rhodes now. Rocking him. He just busted open his chin. And Blanchard's bleeding. Rhodes has won. What a come from behind victory by the American Dream. And his chin is bleeding profusely. Our cameras pulled away there to spare you that. But Blanchard, his chin was just split. Split open. And Dusty Rhodes remains undefeated in the first blood match. What a win over Tully Blanchard here tonight. Dusty took a beating. Baseball bats, sledgehammers, steel ring steps, steel chairs. But Rhodes walking tall. And he is 2-0 in the first blood match. Impressive victory over Tully Blanchard. And that is not what the Horsemen wanted here tonight. Blanchard will need medical attention. They're going to look at Dusty Rhodes as well. We'll be right back. Welcome back, wrestling fans. What a brutal match between Tully Blanchard and Dusty Rhodes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 545 pounds, Italian Stallion and McDaniel.
Big grudge match here. The Italian Stallion and Chief Wahoo McDaniel taking on the Long Riders, Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin. This feud stemming back a long ways to late March, when the Long Riders injured Italian Stallion. He was supposed to be the tag team partner of Sam Houston in the tag team title tournament.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 535 pounds, Black Bart and Bill Irwin.
They will attempt to settle the score here this evening. This is a tornado tag team match, meaning all four men can be in the ring at the same time. And that's what we'll likely see for this one. Yeah, they're not even bothering going out to their corners. All 4 men in the ring. Black Bart hooking up with Wahoo McDaniel. Italian Stallion mixing it up with Wild Bill Irwin. And Wahoo and Black Bart fighting. Wild Bill taking Italian Stallion down to the mat and driving the knee to the leg. And now Bart has Wahoo down. Front face lock by Bart. Right hand by Wild Bill. A lot of action going on at once in this one. I'll do my best to call it. Head scissors here by Wild Bill. Pinfalls and submissions count in this one. Big forearm shot by the Italian Stallion. Black Bart thrown into the corner by Wahoo. And Wahoo now has Bart in the corner. Ten punches in the corner of the Black Bart. And Italian Stallion taking it to Wahoo McDaniel. Italian Stallion getting revenge. Black Bart and Wild Bill injured him in March. He was out of action for a few weeks. Corkscrew elbow there by Wild Bill. It cost the Stallion a shot to become the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Suplex here by Wild Bill into the ring. Big elbow there by Wahoo. Italian Stallion was going to be Sam Houston's tag team partner. Houston had to select a different partner. That was in the World Tag Team Title Tournament. But Stallion was still not recovered when the U.S. Tag Team Title Tournament began. And so Sam Houston stayed with Ron Simmons, and they won those U.S. Tag titles. But if Stallion had not been injured, would Stallion and Sam Houston be the champions? We'll never know. Stallion fighting back. No count out in this one. No disqualification either. Good backbreaker there by Black Bart. Bart just straddling Wahoo. Stomps the midsection. Picks him up. Wahoo fighting back. Inverted DDT. Meanwhile, Wild Bill taking it to Italian Stallion on the floor. The Stallion rams Wild Bill's head into that hard apron. Cover here by Wahoo. One. A 1 count only. Bart able to kick out. Drives the knee right to the spine of Black Bart. And the elbow to the back of the head. Stallion taking it to Wild Bill. Thinking things looking really good here for Wahoo and Italian Stallion. Snap suplex. Chief Wahoo McDaniel was the mystery partner for the Italian Stallion. What a team they've made. These two teams were involved in that double countout at Clash of the Champions 1 a month ago. That is the current record of Stallion and Wahoo, 0-1. 0 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. The Long Riders have 0 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Good hot shot there by the Stallion. He used Wild Bill's momentum against him, and a cover, hooks the leg, 2! Near fall, Wild Bill just kicked out. Black Bart slow to get in there, but a Luthez press, and now raining down right hands on the kisser of the Italian Stallion. Wahoo from behind, came up empty. Black Bart ready for him. Bends the arm behind the back, and a beautiful back suplex there by Black Bart. Bart loves to use that Texas compactor, that flying leg drop off that top rope. And now, left hands down on Wahoo. And now the Long Riders have turned things around in a hurry. Wild Bill steps inside. What a leg lock here by Wild Bill, trying to force the Stallion to submit. Pinfalls and submissions count. Nothing else. Wild Bill has him up in the bear hug. Black Bart has Wahoo down. Stallion in trouble. He's crushing the ribs. And he gave up. He gave up. Wild Bill and Black Bart just won. Wild Bill forced the Stallion to submit. And Wahoo McDaniel, frustrated, he locked in that bear hug. And the Stallion gave up in a hurry. Wild Bill's so strong, nearly crushing them. Look at it here. Just squeezing with all his might. And the Italian Stallion nowhere to go. Wahoo unable to help him. Wahoo was on the mat. And he gives up. Impressive win by the Long Riders.
Here are your winners, Bart and Bill Irwin.
And that win even earned the respect of the fans here in North Charleston, South Carolina. That was an impressive victory. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We're back. U.S. title on the line. The total package, Lex Luger challenging the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW United States Championship.
Nikita Koloff holds a victory over Lex Luger already. And Koloff has 5 wins and 1 loss. The challenger, Lex Luger, 4 wins and 2 losses. As I mentioned, one of those losses to the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. Luger also holds a victory over Ivan Koloff of Paul Jones's Army. What an opportunity here for the total package, Lex Luger. This is the first official title defense of Nikita Koloff. With the exception of our World Television Champion, Arn Anderson, all of our title holders have had reigns of 35 days going into tonight. So Nikita Koloff has been the U.S. champion for 35 days. As you know, he was set to take on Tommy Rich in a non-title match weeks ago. He was attacked by Lex Luger. That match ended in a no contest. And now the U.S. champion making his way to the ring. Still to come, the world title on the line. Magnum TA challenging the champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. The Rock and Roll Express will take on the World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. And we'll also have that big steel cage match. The Road Warriors taking on the Powers of Pain. We have crowned our TV champion here tonight, the Enforcer Arn Anderson. Congratulations to him. After tonight, will they have just one title? Talking about the 4 Horsemen. Or will they walk away with 2 after tonight? Can Flair retain against Magnum TA? We will talk more about that Great American Bash Tour in the weeks to come. Let's go down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 275 pounds, the total package, Lex Luger. Introducing the champion from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 267 pounds. He is the WCW United States Champion, Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
Referee Bill Scott comes over to collect that U.S. Championship. It's on the line here. Could be the last time that Koloff looks at that belt. Luger, the #1 contender, he wants the title. Can he defeat Nikita Koloff here tonight? Two more title matches to come. Referee calls for the bell. Kick to the midsection by Koloff, the champion. Another strong kick, knocking the wind out of the total package. Lex Luger just shoves him down. Look at the strength and aggressiveness of Nikita Koloff. Went for the right hand, nobody home. Luger off his game here tonight, it would seem. May have underestimated Nikita Koloff, the Russian Nightmare. And Koloff drives the knee right to the mouth. Luger fighting back, though. DDT, great move there by the package. Has him pinned, a 1 count only. Koloff kicked out. Picks him up. Drops him gut first over the knee. And now Luger with the elbow. Picks him up. Front face lock there. Good reversal by the Russian Nightmare. Clothesline. He took down Luger. And a cover middle of the ring. Luger quick to kick out. Clubbing blow there by Koloff. Luger loves to use that human torture rack. Can he get Koloff up in that? If he does, we will have a new U.S. champion here tonight. Big slam there by Luger. A 1 count only. Right hands there by Luger. Has not been the optimal night so far for Paul Jones's Army. We saw that double count out between Koloff and Raschke against the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Sam Houston and Ron Simmons. Luger has him, picks him up, working on the back. Good backbreaker there by Lex Luger, and Paul Jones yelling at Luger, has him distracted. From behind, here comes Koloff. Waistlock, has him up. Good back suplex. And give the assist there to Paul Jones. He distracted Lex Luger. That enabled Nikita Koloff to come up from behind and take down Luger. Good thunderous clothesline in the corner. And now Koloff twisting the neck of Luger. Luger has to look out for that Russian sickle. It is more wicked than just his regular clothesline. Luger with the elbow right to the forehead, and I think Koloff's been busted open. Went for the clothesline, nobody home. Yes, indeed. The blood flowing from the forehead of Nikita Koloff, the U.S. champion. Koloff choking away on Luger in the corner. Blood streaming down between the eyes of the Russian Nightmare. Great move there by Koloff. Turns him over. A 1 count only. Koloff has Luger down, the challenger. Luger, though, fighting back. Elbow. A DDT once more. Did not go for the cover. Perhaps a mistake there by Lex Luger. And more blood flowing down. I think that DDT opened that wound further on the U.S. champion. Luger attacking the back. Can he put him up in that rack? Fans yelling human torture rack. Luger, short arm clothesline. Picks him up. And another DDT. But again, Luger not going for the cover. Whips him into the corner. Puts him up on the top rope. Luger wrapping the legs around the ropes. And now going for the superplex. Has the champion down to the mat. Fans loving it here in North Charleston. Turns him over. 1, 2, near fall. Luger did not hook the leg. Had he done so, he might have just won the U.S. title. Elbow to the midsection. And the military press by Koloff slams him down. Koloff picks him up. Discus punch. He just rocked Luger. Cover, a 1 count. Luger kicks out. And Luger rolls out to the floor. Needs a timeout. He saw Paul Jones over there. Thought better of it. Now climbing back into the ring. Grabs Koloff. He trapped. He set Koloff a trap right there, and Koloff walked right into it. He just snapped his throat across that top rope. Beautiful elbow there by the challenger. Luger now. They're yelling rack here in North Charleston. Luger taking the time to pose for the crowd. Impressive physique indeed, but wait until after you win the title to do so. Luger wasted some time. Fans screaming rack. Can Luger get him up? Front face lock. Abdominal stretch here by the total package. The fans want to see the human torture rack. They want Luger to win the U.S. title. But Koloff with a beautiful hip toss. Koloff now measuring Luger. Fans standing. Luger caught the leg. Good elbow. Clothesline. He took down the champion. Fans want the rack. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. He's got him up. He's got him up in the rack. Human torture rack. Koloff's going to have to submit here. New champion. Can he hang on? Luger. Koloff trying to fight free. I don't think Luger has a good grip on the champion. Referee checking in. Can Koloff, how much can he withstand here? Can Koloff fight free? Driving the fist to the back of the head. He got out of it. He got out of it. Raschke tackle. Raschke tackle. Koloff's got a chair. He just hit Luger. I think Koloff might have been disqualified. He just knocked down the referee. Bill Scott, how did he not see Koloff use that chair? Turns him over. Come on, travesty of justice here. Should have been disqualified. And Koloff just won. Controversial finish. Bill Scott turned around. It looked like as Nikita was using the chair. This is not a no DQ match. Maybe with all the other first blood matches earlier, Bill Scott forgot. I don't know, but nonetheless, Koloff still the U.S. champion. Maybe Bill Scott did not see it. He turned around. It looked like he was looking right at him. And how could he not hear the impact of the chair? Nonetheless, Koloff still your U.S. champion.
Here is your winner, and still WCW United States champion, Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
With a finish like that, I don't think things are settled between Luger and Koloff. But tonight, this one goes to Nikita. Welcome back, wrestling fans. It is time for our second First Blood match of the night. I just spoke with referee Bill Scott, and he indeed informed me that he did not know that it was a no DQ match.
The following contest is a First Blood match. The winner will be the first superstar to make his opponent bleed. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 242 pounds, Garvin.
The championship committee will reprimand referee Bill Scott for that mistake. He will likely be fined, unfortunately, for referee Bill Scott. Negligence on his part. He was super apologetic, and he is our best referee, but even the best sometimes make mistakes. And unfortunately tonight it cost Lex Luger a shot at that U.S. championship. This one is a First Blood match, but they can still be disqualified or counted out. It is Ron Garvin taking on Barry Windham. Ron Garvin has 2 wins and 2 losses. Barry Windham 1 win and 4 losses. Garvin holds a victory over Windham.
And his opponent from Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Barry Windham.
And fans, good news for the total package Lex Luger. He's going to get a rematch because of referee Bill Scott's mistake. Luger will get another shot at the U.S. Championship this Saturday night, 6:05 p.m., a week from tonight. He will take on the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff. So Luger getting a rematch. Referee Bill Scott informed me that he is going to go back and apologize to Luger at the end of the night. Fans favoring Ron Garvin in this one. The man with the fists of stone, the hands of stone, Ron Garvin. Can he use those fists to open up the forehead of Barry Windham here tonight? Running clothesline, no effect on big Barry Windham. And a second, Barry just backs up a bit. Beautiful drop kick there by the big man, the big Texan. Windham now. Going for the suplex. Has him up. Beautiful suplex there by Windham. Hopefully Bill Scott knows the rules to this one. Good waist lock and takedown. Jockeying for position. Stomps the arm. Into the corner. Kick to the midsection. Windham. Sunset flip here by Barry. Pinfalls don't count in this one. And another match signed for this Saturday. It'll be Chief Wahoo McDaniel, the first challenger for the newly crowned World TV Champion Arn Anderson. That title must be defended each and every Saturday. And the first man in line for a shot is Wahoo McDaniel. Sting would love to be the challenger, but Wahoo's going to get the first crack at dethroning the new champion. Floats over, does Windham. DDT on the floor. Trying to bust open the forehead. Throws him back in the ring. Waist lock. Good roll there by Windham. Good amateur wrestling on display. Speaking of amateur wrestling, I heard that Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are starting a new wrestling promotion, but it's amateur wrestling. Very interesting enterprise there. I wish them all the best. Let me know you're going to be watching it. Kicks to the back of the leg. Windham stomps the midsection. Front face lock here by Barry. What a forearm shot. Beautiful drop kick there by Windham. Picks him up. Spinning forearm shot. Barry Windham really taking it to Ron Garvin right now. Elbow right to the leg. We've seen Windham and Garvin getting into some heated attacks here in recent weeks. They are trying to settle the score this evening. Windham with a great move off the middle rope. Garvin was on the top rope. Strong kick to the neck. And Barry Windham just working over Ron Garvin. So far this evening, the Horsemen are 1-1. Anderson with that impressive victory over Jimmy Garvin, using that spine buster to win the TV title. But then Tully Blanchard lost to Dusty Rhodes in a match Blanchard did not want. Good neck breaker there by Windham. That first blood match. And now Dusty Rhodes has to be considered the king of the first blood matches. Windham has him up. DDT. Did he bust him open? No, he did not. Referee going to check, but he is not bleeding. Easier to see with a man with blonde hair, as Garvin and Windham both have. Throws him up and over the top rope. Hope you're enjoying the action here on the American Entertainment Channel. Drives the elbow to the leg. Catches each and every Saturday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time. We occasionally have other videos of different content on here. Kick to the face. But mostly it is the home of World Championship Wrestling. Turns him over. This has been all Barry Windham. He is just working over Ron Garvin. Now Windham gonna kick him right in the face. No, he's not. Thought he was gonna send him up and punt him. But instead, a good suplex there by Windham. And the fans are really respecting Barry Windham. You cannot deny the wrestling skills of Windham. Barry from behind now. Waistlock. Good side suplex. He rocked him with that. Barry Windham might be going for the claw. If he can lock it in, that might force the blood from the forehead. Garvin, though, fighting back. Throws him into the corner. And now Garvin with a clothesline. And Garvin finally showing some life in this matchup. Choking away on Barry Windham in the corner. Garvin stomps the arm. Garvin wiping the sweat from his brow. Garvin going for the Garvin stomp. Stomps the arm. Now the leg. Now the other leg. Right in the face. Stomped him right in the face. Did he bust him open? Referee needs to check. Windham, no. No, he did not. Windham with that fireman carry takeover. And now Barry Windham has reversed it already. Back on the offense. That was short-lived by Ron Garvin. And Barry with a great move. We saw Baron von Raschke earlier in action. Into the corner. Barry Windham now off that middle rope. Another sunset flip. Just trying to bust the back of his head open, I would think. Pinfalls don't count in this one. Big right hand. Referee should have checked that glove for a loaded weapon. Maybe a file in there or something. Or brass knuckles. Cradle suplex here by Barry. Again, pinfalls in. They're not going to count. Picks him up. Ron Garvin's face is red, but it's not bloody. It's not busted open. The blood just rushing to the head of Garvin. Barry just working him over. Russian leg sweep. Stomps the arm. Again, to the top of the head, the point of the elbow. Windham stomps the stomach. That'll knock the wind out of you. And again, to the forehead. He's trying to bust him open. Windham again. Still to come. 2 more title matches. World Tag Team titles on the line. The Rock and Roll Express taking on the Midnight Express. Ric Flair defends against Magnum TA. And of course our big steel cage match. The Road Warriors taking on the Powers of Pain. We'll stay with you to bring you all those matches, even if we run past that 90-minute allotment here tonight. What a neck breaker. Kicked him in the back. Windham just mauling Ron Garvin right now. Just dominating him. Good hip toss there. Arm drag. Clothesline takes down Windham. Garvin needs to turn it around and turn it around in a hurry. Elbow to the top of the head. Another elbow to the chest. Garvin kicks the ribs. Garvin trying to break the leg. If he can immobilize Windham, keep him on the mat, just pound him, bust him open. That's what it's going to take, using those hands of stone to bust open the forehead or the mouth. Maybe the nose. Armbar here by Garvin. Windham rolls free. Hammerlock here by Ron, but an elbow right to the mouth. Floats over. DDT, and it's over. It's over. He just busted him open. Windham wins. And Windham evens the score. They are now 1-1. Is the feud over? I don't know. Windham dominated this match. Garvin showed little offense. Garvin seemed totally unprepared for the physicality of this first blood match. And Windham wins it with ease here this evening. He busted him open with that DDT, and Garvin's going to need medical attention.
Here is your winner, Barry Windham.
Impressive win for Barry Windham, and the Horsemen now 2-1. Can they go 3-1? Can Flair retain later? We'll find out. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Clash of the Champions 2 Spring Stampede. It is time for a World Tag Team title match. The Rock and Roll Express, the challengers, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, taking on the World Tag Team Champions, Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. Tremendous ovation for Ricky and Robert. The Midnight Express hold one win over the Rock and Roll Express in this feud. But the Rock and Roll Express getting a rematch here tonight for the World Tag Team titles. Ricky and Robert have 2 wins and 1 loss. That 1 loss, as I mentioned, was to the Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan. They are 3-0. Undefeated here in World Championship Wrestling. They have been the tag team champions for 35 days. Will the reign come to an end this evening? The fans wanting a title change desperately here tonight. We have seen the crowning of our first World Television Champion, but no title change. Jim Cornette accompanying the champions to the ring. The Midnight Express won that tournament to become the tag team champions. What a night it's been so far. Tremendous win earlier by the Long Riders, Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, defeating Chief Wahoo McDaniel and the Italian Stallion. Dusty Rhodes defeated Tully Blanchard in a First Blood match. Barry Windham also defeated Ron Garvin in a First Blood match. And Nikita Koloff controversial finish, but victorious nonetheless over Lex Luger. But Luger will get a rematch a week from tonight, with the U.S. title on the line. Let's go down to the ring announcer.
WCW World Tag Team on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 469 pounds, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 457 pounds, they are the WCW World Champions, Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express.
We saw Bobby Eaton defeat Ricky Morton 2 weeks ago in a match where it was supposed to be Stan Lane taking on Ricky Morton. If Morton had won that match, he would have gotten Jim Cornette in the ring for 5 minutes, but Eaton came out in Lane's place, and Eaton scored a tremendous victory using the Alabama Jam, that flying leg drop off the top rope, to defeat Ricky Morton and to spare Jim Cornette's hide. He backs Morton into the corner. Are we going to see a clean break here? And surprisingly, we do. Beautiful Bobby can show some good sportsmanship. Collar and elbow tie-up. Side headlock here by Beautiful Bobby. Morton backs him in to the ropes. Shoots him off. Went for the punch. Eaton just blocked it there. Great move there by Beautiful Bobby. And both men collided. Good suplex there by Beautiful Bobby. One of the best wrestlers here in WCW. Very underrated is Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Now Rick in the eyes. They did not become the tag team champions by luck or by chance. They are a skilled tag team, and the Rock and Roll Express finding it out firsthand here. Good elbow to the lower back of Eaton. And Morton yelling at Jim Cornette. He wants Jim Cornette. Remember, Jim Cornette attacked him about 3 weeks ago in the parking garage. He really blindsided Morton. Used that steel chair on him repeatedly. Throws him up and over. Look out for Jim Cornette. He picks up Morton. Here comes Robert Gibson over. And Cornette just threw him back in the ring, but Robert Gibson has Cornette. Good back suplex on the floor. Gibson better look out, though. He can get disqualified. Ruin their shot at the World Tag Team titles. Good kick there by Beautiful Bobby. Arm drag there by Morton. Good knee lift there by Ricky. Ricky again. Having words with Jim Cornette. You got to focus on your opponent, Ricky. You got to forget that Cornette's out there. Went for the backhanded strike. I think he was just warning Cornette to stay out of his business here. Jawbreaker there by Morton. Referee Bill Scott could very well disqualify Ricky and Robert for laying their hands on a referee. That is up to the referee's discretion. I should say for laying their hands on a manager. That's what I meant to say. Big right hand there. And Cornette trying to help his man up. Bobby back in the ring. Got Robert Gibson in now. Right hand there by Robert. Punches raining down the right hands. Flurry of punches there by Gibson. Tag made. Lane tagged in. Good elbow. Takes down Robert Gibson. Gibson gets to his feet quickly. Lane missed the elbow, but did not miss that neck breaker. Lane whips him into the corner. Good karate kick. Sweeping kick to the lower back. Lane has a good martial arts background. Great maneuver there. Gibson gets to his feet quickly. High knee lift by the challenger. Races over and makes the tag to Ricky Morton. Morton charging in. He just ran over Stan Lane with that shoulder tackle. And Morton going after Eaton. Now putting his focus back on Stan Lane. Morton now springs to the second rope. Good high cross body. Could not stay on him for the pin. Leaping fist drop right to the forehead. Cover. Has the leg hooked. A 1 count only. Morton and Gibson want those World Tag Team titles. Running elbow drop. Coming up next, fans, the world title on the line. Magnum TA. Hoping to become the new world champion as he takes on Nature Boy Ric Flair. Good double throat thrust. And a beautiful German suplex by Sweet Stan. Even the fans appreciated that one. The Midnight Express are an excellent tag team. The Rock and Roll Express, so good as well. Robert just took down beautiful Bobby. Robert trying to help his partner. Picks up Lane. What a body slam. He needs to get out of the ring. He's going to get his team disqualified. And that will be no help at all to Ricky and Robert. Throws him into the corner. Morton makes the tag. Double team coming up. Into the ropes goes Lane. Drop toe hold. And an elbow there by Robert. Good double team move. Now Jim Cornette up on the apron again, having worked with Ricky Morton. Morton would love to get Cornette in the ring for a match, but Cornette's never going to let that happen. Cornette would have to be forced into that one. Good backbreaker there by Sweet Stan. Tag made the beautiful Bobby. Dropping all the weight down on the leg. Jawbreaker by Gibson. And a monkey flip. Gibson going up top. High risk move. Flying elbow drop and a cover. Hooks the leg. New champions. 2. Near fall. Eaton just kicked out. I thought Gibson had it 1 right there. Front face lock by Robert. And a knee to the face. Gibson with a good takedown. But beautiful Bobby with that drop toe hold. And now Bobby grabs Gibson. Whips him into the corner. Tag made the Sweet Stan. Double team coming up. He just propels Lane into him. High cross body. Lane did not go for the cover. Drives the knee right to the forehead. Might have caught him in the eye. Lane again. Whips him into the corner. Charge again. Karate kick. And another. This time Gibson feels it. Face first to the mat with a double-headed bulldog. And again driving the face to the mat. This is Clash of the Champions 2 Spring Stampede. The last event of May 2025. Throws him into the corner. That thrust kick again. And another. We've seen it a lot so far from Stan Lane. Right hand. Kick. DDT, middle of the ring. And Gibson's taking a beating here by Stan Lane. Drives the wrist against the mat. I think Lane was checking the forehead for blood. Lane now raking the eyes. Picks him up. Traps the leg, but Gibson kicks him off. He caught Gibson coming in with that knee to the midsection. Beautiful suplex. I think Gibson was going for a monkey flip. Stan Lane just cut him with a knee to the gut. Prevents the tag, now dragging Gibson toward the middle of the ring. Gibson again on the mat. Lane again raking the eyes. This is for the World Tag Team titles. Gibson needs a timeout. He's got to regroup here. Taking his time getting back in the ring. Leaps over the top rope and in. Right hand there by Robert. Pounding away on Beautiful Bobby. Tag made to Ricky. This is what we started with. Ricky and Beautiful Bobby. We've come full circle here. Ricky was going to the top rope, but again, Jim Cornette yelling obscenities at him. Thankfully, you can't hear that. Ricky going after Cornette. Big backhanded strike and a jawbreaker. Ricky better look out. He could get disqualified. He is lucky that Bill Scott has not disqualified him. I think after Stan Lane has him up. Atomic drop. Bill Scott probably gun shy after not disqualifying Nikita Koloff when he should have. It's really breaking down here. We've got all four men outside the ring. Referee needs to restore some order. Inverted DDT by Ricky onto Lane on the floor. I've lost track of who the legal men are. I think it's Morton and Lane. Yes, indeed. Morton and Lane are the legal men. Morton just stomping away. Look out for Jim Cornette from behind. There's Robert there, thankfully. And Lane's been busted open. Jim Cornette tried to shove Ricky Morton. Morton back in the ring. Lane's been counted out. Rock and Roll Express win by count out, but the Midnight Express retain the titles. We're back. It is time for the world title match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
A title cannot change hands by count out or disqualification, and so the Midnight Express retain the World Tag Team titles. But things definitely not over between the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express. The Rock and Roll Express will want another shot of those belts. You can be sure of that, wrestling fans. And talk about a man who's hungry for gold. That is the boss, Magnum TA. He'll get his shot here this evening. Can Magnum TA dethrone Ric Flair here tonight for the world title? We are awaiting the arrival of the world champion. And Flair coming out with his manager, James J. Dillon. Flair, of course, 4 wins and 0 losses. Magnum TA has 3 wins and 3 losses. Two of those losses that Magnum suffered were to Arn Anderson, another member of the Horsemen, and the current TV champion. Magnum also lost to the U.S. champion, Nikita Koloff. So all of Magnum's losses have come at the hands of champions. Can Ric Flair add one more loss to Magnum here tonight and set Magnum TA off his trail? The Horsemen so far 2-1 this evening. Wins by Anderson and WIndham, a loss by Tully Blanchard. And that is not the current World Championship. That is a different image, fans. We apologize for that.
Introducing the challenger from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Magnum T.A. Introducing the champion, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Flair and Magnum have not faced each other in singles action. This will be the first time tonight here in North Charleston, South Carolina. What a night it could be if Magnum TA can dethrone Nature Boy Ric Flair, who has been the champion for 35 days. Referee Bill Scott showing what's on the line to Magnum TA, and now holding it high for all the fans here to see. The richest prize in wrestling, that World Heavyweight Championship. Bill Scott calls for the bell. Ric Flair trying to get away from Magnum, it looked like. The Magnum with a waist lock takes down the champion. Drives a knee to the head, rather. And again, the knee to the back of the head. I think I was thinking the back of the head and the back at the same time. Good kick there to the jaw. It's been all the challengers so far. Magnum is the #1 contender to the world title. Short arm clothesline by Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Flair, with not a smart move here, turns his back on Magnum. And Magnum got to his feet very quickly. Ric Flair did not see that coming. Leg drop across the throat. We saw Ric Flair try to sneak attack Magnum TA last week. But Magnum TA was ready for him as soon as he entered the ring. Magnum hit him with that belly-to-belly suplex. The locker, after we went off the air, fans, the locker room's emptied. We had a big brawl in the ring to separate the two men. Flair kicks the back of the leg. Flair just chopping away on Magnum. Puts him down. You will not pin Magnum that easily. Front face lock here by the Nature Boy. What a jawbreaker by Ric. Things looking good here for the champion. Magnum goes out to the floor. Flair following. What a chop there by Nature Boy Ric Flair. He tried for another, but Magnum caught him. And what a neck breaker on the floor. We're going to stay with you to bring you all the action here this evening. We are fast approaching the 7:35 slot. They'll give us extra time if we need it. Flair back in the ring. Magnum follows. Magnum shoots him in the corner. Charging in. Big clothesline. Leaping leg drop across the throat. Magnum working over the champion. Chin lock. Wearing him down. Cover here by the boss. Leg hooked. A one count. Flair kicks out easily. We are fast approaching summer. And it's going to heat up here in World Championship Wrestling. Vicious chop there by the Nature Boy. And an elbow to the top of the head. Hopefully you enjoy the summer. What a chop. And another. And another. Flair now working on the leg. Trying to weaken those legs and set him up for that figure 4 leg lock. If Flair can lock it in, he'll retain the world title here this evening. Magnum rings the arm, spins him around. Great move there by Magnum TA. And Flair in trouble. Snaps the head down. Kicks the leg. Again, snaps the leg down. Magnum chasing Flair out to the floor. Flair's had enough here, it would seem. Magnum in pursuit. Flair leading them around the ring. Flair turned around. Magnum grabs him. Elbow to the midsection. Flair fighting back. They need to get back in the ring. We do not want another count out here this evening. We've already seen 2. Vicious chop there by Flair. And another. The champion has him really sitting, sailing over that railing. He's among the crowd. Flair would love to have a count-out win. Turn around, Ric Flair. I don't think he sees Magnum from behind. What a clothesline. Flair didn't see him coming. Once more. Magnum picks him up. Has him up. Flair spins around. Beautiful counter there. What a DDT by Flair. What a move by the champion. Now choking away on Magnum TA. Elbow. Right to the throat. And another. And a third there by Nature Boy Ric Flair. Lateral press. One. A 1 count only. Magnum able to kick out. Elbow to the lower back. When I think of the summers throughout my life, it's always been filled with watching WCW, National Wrestling Alliance, over the years. Single leg Boston Crab here by Magnum TA. Dating all the way back to like 1984, 85, around there. I want to say it was 84, like November of 84 when I first started watching. Flair's going for a weapon. Come on, don't let it in like this. He's got a steel chair. What is Flair doing? He's threatening a fan with it. Flair's been disqualified. That is not how Magnum wanted this one to end. Flair will retain the title. Someone's got to stop this crazy man. He's wailing Magnum with a steel chair. He's threatening fans as well. We're back, wrestling fans. Our final main event of the evening, the steel cage match. The Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord taking on Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
The following contest is a steel cage match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 621 pounds, the Barbarian and Warlord, the Powers of Pain.
This is the third match between the Road Warriors and the Powers of Pain. This is the rubber match, so to speak. They are tied at one win each. And they will attempt to settle the score this evening inside the steel cage. The Powers of Pain have 3 wins and 2 losses. The Road Warriors have 2 wins and 2 losses.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 609 pounds, the Animal and Paul, the Road Warriors.
What a match this promises to be. It's going to be physical inside that steel cage. Disappointing finish to the world title match. No one wanted to see it end that way. Ric Flair was threatening a fan at ringside. And then used the chair on Magnum TA. Referee Bill Scott immediately called for that disqualification. He was not going to let that same mistake happen that happened earlier between Nikita Koloff and Lex Luger. But Luger, thankfully, getting a rematch this Saturday night, a week from tonight, for the U.S. title. He'll take on Nikita Koloff. Also, Wahoo McDaniel, the first challenger for Arn Anderson, hoping to dethrone the new champion as the cage lowers around the combatants. This one's going to be wild. Managers Bart from ringside. We won't see Paul Jones or Paul Ellering. Referee Bill Scott there. The only ways to win, submission, pinfall, or by both members of the team climbing up and over that cage and out to the floor. Only 3 ways to win. Atomic drop. Good back suplex there by Animal. Reverse suplex. Hawk. Animal looking so dominant. Animal sends Warlord face first into the steel. Fans, we have another match signed for this Saturday night, a week from tonight. It'll be Tully, Blanchard, and Ric Flair taking on Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes. What a match that's going to be. Don't miss it next Saturday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Into the steel again goes the Warlord, courtesy of Animal. Front face lock by Hawk. Hawk drives him face first to the mat. It's been all Road Warriors so far. Pile driver by the Animal. Animal might be trying to climb out already. That's not a smart move, I don't think. You're going to leave your partner in there. 2 against 1. Animal, I think, thinking better of it. Here comes Warlord from behind. He's going to help him down. the hard way. Drives the knee into that steel and just yanked him off. No, Warlord's going to leave. Again, that's not smart. No, Warlord, there it is. He thought better of it. The elbow off the top. You want to get both men down on the mat and then leave together if you're going to climb up and over. Hawk again going up top. Might be going for a high-risk move here. No, he's looking for footing on the cage. And Warlord trying to knock him off, and does. And now the Powers of Pain have turned this thing around. Short arm clothesline by Animal. Good elbow there by Warlord. Animal taking it to Barbarian. We are past the 7:35 time spot. We'll stay with you. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. If you've not done so, please do so. Please like and comment as well. I try to respond to everybody. Sometimes I don't get notified and I go back and look later, so if you don't get an immediate response, I eventually will see it. Hawk trying to knock the Warlord off. Yanks him off again. And Animal now with a pile driver. Warlord taking it to Hawk. So last Saturday was the Saturday Night's Main Event show. I forgot it was on. Actually, I didn't know it was on, so I missed it, unfortunately. That one ended in a steel cage match. Warlord straddling the top here, trying to escape. Here comes Hawk over. Trying to knock the Warlord off. Animal taking it to Barbarian. Warlord trying to knee Hawk in the face. Meanwhile, Hawk pounding away on the Warlord. Hawk again with those vicious strikes. Warlord in a precarious position up there. He could fall out to the floor. And he is thinking better of it, getting back into the ring. And now they're fighting, perched on that top rope. Hawk just drove Warlord's face first into the steel railing. Meanwhile, the Animal taking it to Barbarian. And now Animal going up the other side. Hawk has got one leg over. Animal trying to find his footing. Here comes the Warlord in hot pursuit. He's got to get Hawk back in there. Animal up there. Yeah, Warlord's going to knock him back in. Now the Barbarian has caught up with Animal. The Road Warriors were so close to escaping the cage. Warlord just wailing Hawk, trying to get him back in the ring. And now Hawk's starting to fall back in. This is not good for the Road Warriors. If they both fall off here, down goes Animal. If Hawk falls, the Powers of Pain have a chance to climb up and over and win this thing. Drives him face first into the... Down goes Hawk. Powers of Pain are going to win this one. Barbarian's got one leg over. Here comes Animal. He's going after the Warlord. I think that's a smart move. Barbarian has basically already made it over. Both team members have to make it up and over. Warlord's close to escaping here. The Hawk taking it to Warlord. It's going to come down to a fight to the finish. Can Warlord... It's Animal and Warlord battling on top of the cage. And Hawk double teaming him. What's going to happen here? Can Warlord knock off Animal? Animal's already climbed over. Warlord in trouble. Barbarian has already escaped. Hawk trying to knock Warlord off. The Warlord trying to do the same. Face first goes Warlord. He's busted open. Down goes Warlord. Hawk just needs to climb up and over now. Trying to get his footing. It is not easy to climb over that chain link steel. Hawk trying to get the legs over. Warlord's still down. Here comes the Warlord. He's got to get up there. He's just going to watch, and the Powers of Pain are going to lose this one. Road Warriors victorious here tonight. It was too late for the Warlord. Impressive win for the Road Warriors over the Powers of Pain. Warlord could only watch.
Here are your winners, the Animal and Paul.
We're out of time. Have a great evening. See you next Saturday night.